I will never forget the first night that I showed up on YouTube for the first time in years, and I promised you guys that I was going to upload videos about Descendants of Zombies for what would be the rest of my life. And I've honored that promise. That's the one thing I've never ever forgotten. I've stayed committed to this YouTube channel because I believed and I trusted in the fandom of Descendants of Zombies, who truly came together and allowed me to be a part of these conversations and your story. Because this was always your story. This was never me telling you my story. This was always a story that forever and always belonged to you. That was property of you. So when it came to creating this YouTube channel, I wanted to give you the best. Because I always believed you guys had deserved far better than what you had been watching in terms of Descendants of Zombies content. And I always wanted to be the guy to give it to you. I always wanted to be that one dedicated voice that would always come through with something nice to say about your favorite stars and the celebrities who brought them to life, such as Kylie and Ruby, who I love so much. And I always wanted the world to know that, and I was never afraid to let the world know how I truly felt about Ruby and Kylie, because I was very vocal about it. Because when you have an opinion to share with everybody, you should never be afraid of what somebody's going to think of you. You only ever have so much time in life because time is very precious, and that was the emphasis on The Rise of Red, how valuable time actually was, and the friendships that we make in our lifetime, the one lifetime we're only ever going to have, with such limited time to really appreciate these moments. And I've appreciated all of you with all of my heart, because the one thing I always wanted you to take away from this YouTube channel was always something special. We may have never known what that something special was every individual who ever subscribed here took away from these videos, but they always kept coming back. They were always here, and they proudly represented themselves and pontificated themselves for being you. Because there's only ever been only one you, and you really got to make these moments count and matter. You've got to do both of it. And I've loved every moment that I've had sharing my opinions with you on Kylie and Ruby, which were very to the point, because I thought they were undeniably gorgeous. They were unbelievably talented. There were so many things that I could say about them. So earlier today, I invested a lot of money into this YouTube channel once again to give you a bit of a behind-the-scenes look at what's going to happen here. I invested that much money into this YouTube channel. I'm afraid I had to look at my credit card pawn check it. I'm going to be reconstructing this whole wall that you see behind me. So there are going to be a lot of framed photos in the backdrop of this video. So pretty much this entire wall, these posters are coming down, and this entire wall is going to be covered, concaved, with Disney framed photos. I ordered about 25 photo frames, and I ordered about 25 Disney photos that are going to be a part of this backdrop, which will include characters from Winnie the Pooh, the original Mickey Mouses, the original Disney princesses. They're all going to be featured in the backdrop of this video. I ordered a stuffy hammock, so all those stuffies are going up in a hammock for you guys. And I ordered some wall decor, which will include Mickey Mouse and, of course, I think Bluey, one of the wall stickers that I ordered, and they're life-size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bring this YouTube channel to life for you in ways that it never has been brought to life before, because I believe in it with all of my heart. I wanted you guys to trust in me for giving you the best Descendants of Zombies reviews, and some way or somehow I was able to do that. I had no idea how I would ever do it, and that 4,000 people nearly would have subscribed here and always taken something special away for me proudly being the voice of Descendants of Zombies. Because I saw strength and I saw power in Ruby Rose Turner. I saw strength and power in Kylie Control likewise. And I wanted to give her a chance. I wanted to let her know that everything was going to be okay, because everything really was going to be okay. They were beautiful stars, and I had no problem in the world or any issues with putting over $4,000 plus behind this YouTube channel. By the time I purchased the camera, the microphone, the new computer system, which I purchased this summer, I was really excited to bring this channel to life in ways that I had never had the chance to bring this channel to life before, because if nobody could ever do it for you, I wanted to be the guy to do it for you. Because my issue always was that people were promising you the best Descendants of Zombies content, and they always claimed that they had the best, quote-unquote, Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel. Everybody says that. But I wanted to be the one guy who would always have the best, and give you the best, and always say something nice about your favorite stars, because I believed in them just as much. And I really did believe in them just as much with all of my heart. I really put my heart into Kylie Control and everything she believed in. So if she thought men were horrible, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt and really trust in her opinion. If she thought that this issue should never be happening and people should never have to sacrifice so much, I wanted to believe in her. The thing is, guys, you only have one life to live, so you should never judge somebody for their opinion or choose to come down hard on them or be very critical about them, because you never know how they're going to feel. Because I can only imagine the pressure that this cast was under. They always deserved to have something nice said about them, but people forever said they preferred the original cast. And while everybody is entitled to their opinion, while loving the original cast, you can also love the new cast because they took great pride in all the projects and all the involvement they had with Descendants of Zombies. They really wanted to win your hearts. And once they won your hearts over, which came in the form of 10.5 million people, they really believed they contributed something special to this franchise. Franchises, no doubt, they always wanted to be a part of. They were very vocal about wanting to always be a part of franchises like Descendants and High School Musical, even franchises that we've never heard talked about for a very long time. They were very passionate about shows like Wizard, Sam and Cat, and Hannah Montana. And I always wanted new stars to really take over this generation in a way that they would showcase power, they would showcase strength, and it's only now in recent years we're seeing Disney girls showcase that power and that strength, and we've grown very fond of it because we feel stronger together as a solemn community, as a solemn fandom who has always been there for each other every step of the way. I know this because once you win the hearts of every fan of Descendants of Zombies because their favorite song is Life is Sweeter When You Are, Fight of Our Lives, If Only, Space Between, there are countless numbers of songs rotten to the core that they've often wanted to remake, wanted to bring to life again, and I think that their opportunity came in the form of the Worlds Collide Tour this past summer when they not only sang songs from The Rise of Red, the 8 songs that were featured, but in order to make up a 2-hour compilation, they've performed songs from the original trilogy, which still captivates and resonates with more people than ever before, also winning their hearts. I think the Worlds Collide Tour from this past summer was beautiful. Now we have Camp Rock entering the mix, and I'm really excited to see where we go from here because I was always a huge fan of Demi Lovato, Joe Jonas, the Jonas Brothers, all the cast of even Alison Stoner, who I've missed for a really long time, who is the only one not returning, I do believe, for Camp Rock 3. Of course, Camp Rock premiered in 2008, September of 2008, I do believe, and of course Camp Rock 2 came in the summer of 2010, just 2 years and a half later. And it went on to become one of the most celebrated and honored Disney Channel franchises ever created. And now, seeing them included as part of the fandom of Descendants of Zombies, I couldn't be more honored because I remember always taking something special away and forever believing in the stars that brought Camp Rock to life. The original Do set and, of course, this new trilogy which is coming out that everybody is so excited about. I'm really proud that Camp Rock is finally having the honor bestowed upon it to become a trilogy because in that generation, nothing really had the honor of becoming a trilogy outside of High School Musical because everybody knew who Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens were. And everybody, even more people now know who the stars of Descendants of Zombies are because now, because of Disney Plus, you can go back, kind of reintroduce yourself to what Descendants once was and what it's become. And I've been so proud to be a part of that. I've exemplified strength in my own right. I became a stronger person. I became stronger through physical fitness regimes and the bullying that I had to endure in high school because I drew inspiration from these new stars of this new generation and generations of the past, and I couldn't feel more honored to have been a part of it because if there was anybody to take something special away from that we talked about, it would have been Kylie Cantrell, Malia Baker, Ruby Rose Turner, because there was always something about seeing this friendship, this trio together that you could never get enough of, and you always found time in appreciating them for just how genuinely sweet they were. The one thing I noticed about Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker were they were forever supportive of each other, so I never gave time to the criticism their friendship always received. There were so many ridiculous rumors derived from what was happening behind the scenes at the Worlds Collide Tour while filming Descendants. The same rumors were circulated about Miley Cyrus and Emily Osment years ago. Undoubtedly and undeniably, they were never the best of friends. They never really hit it off. And I think these friendships in the new Descendants franchise are franchises that we love hearing about. We love being put on display. The same thing can be said about Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires because, of course, Freya Skye and Malachi Burton look lovely together, just as the original trilogy looked lovely together too, because there was always something about seeing the friendships like Sophia Carson, Dove Cameron, and Cameron Boyce being together. Of course, we all know how fond Dove and Sophia were of their friendships with Cameron Boyce, and he likewise was fond of their friendships they shared together. Also, the friendships from shows like Jesse and Bunked. He was very fond of Peyton List, and I know she will forever miss him for his contributions to her career. I always wanted to be one of those Disney guys, that would be a part of a Disney Channel series that was very successful, or a Disney Channel movie such as Descendants, a Disney Channel franchise, because I always wanted to be everybody's favorite action hero. So probably I could have fit in to the zombie story or the Descendants story as a Prince Charming or an action hero like Van Helsing. I really don't know. But I always remembered wanting to be everybody's favorite action hero, perhaps have a chance to partake in the Kingdom Cup games, because I know the Kingdom Cup games is going to leave the door more widely open than ever before to see the introduction of new characters from Princess and the Frog and even Encanto, which are franchises that we never imagined 10 years ago would ever have a thought or a chance of being included as part of the Descendants franchise. So I think with a very vast world of characters, we have so much to look forward to and really appreciate. Because the one thing that a lot of people have done is always appreciate how much these characters have gone on to mean to all of our hearts. How we collect the dolls, how we collect the merch like the hoodies and the sweaters, which are really beautiful. Today, I just purchased this Mickey Mouse hoodie, and I'm so proud to be wearing it because I was always a fan of Mickey Mouse. So point being, whatever you're passionate about, just continue to follow your passions regardless of how people feel about you. Because as I've said many times over the years, through the generations and the centuries, everybody is a critic and everybody feels differently. And while they may be entitled to their opinion, you can outshine that with their love and support for your favorite stars, which undeniably has always made them stronger, which has always allowed them to shine through. And I think through the creation of these videos as content creators, we can really bring this channel to life. We can bring all of our content to life, but it's all up to us if we choose whether or not to do that. You guys have been promised so much Descendants content that never seems to happen for you, that never seems to emerge. So I always wanted to be that one guy who would always be dedicated, a dedicated voice to your favorite stars because he believed in them so much, just as much as what you have. Because I know every night, as big as this universe seems to be, if never the galaxy, there is always a girl out there who will forever love your YouTube channel enough, no matter who she is, whatever her age is, where she comes from, what her situation or circumstances is, whatever she's going through. She always puts that aside, and she always hits your subscribe button because she too loves Red. She too loves Chloe. She too has always loved Bridget and will forever miss her. And she will always miss the original cast for their contributions and forever love them. So regardless of what your topic is, as long as you have that understanding and that appreciation of who that girl is who always hits your subscribe button, who always loves you for creating the content that she always finds time and appreciating, you'll get thousands of people subscribing here. I've never cared about the money that I put behind this YouTube channel because you're what's always mattered to me. And I've never cared about this YouTube channel being monetized. I've never cared if it ever reaches the point of monetization or ever qualifying for the YouTube Partnership Program. I've never had to be monetized. I've never had to be sponsored because I've had no regrets in bringing this YouTube channel to life. And if I could do it all over again, I would do it without even thinking about it, just as fast as you could snap your fingers, because as I've often said, you guys have forever deserved the best. And if I couldn't give you the best, then I didn't want to be a part of these conversations. But thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to have been a part of your lives and to have become a part of your soundtrack and what's always and forever been, always will be, your story. This YouTube channel has meant the world to me, and I've taken a piece of my heart away with Descendants of Zombies. They've run away with a piece of my heart for forever, and they'll always have it. Your favorite stars of the past, your favorite stars of the present, which will always dedicate a perfect future, will always hold a very special place in my heart, because the future that we're setting ourselves up to be a part of is really going to be something special, and I'm just excited to be here on what's been an unforgettable and truly breathtaking journey that's always never ceased to blow my mind and take my breath away every single time that I've ever had the chance to have a conversation with you guys. Whoever you are, from wherever you're watching this video tonight or from wherever you hear my voice, just know that you guys will forever and always have a very special place in my heart for being the fans of Descendants of Zombies and forever and always being you. The love and support that you get from these videos is truly undescribable. I've never been able to describe it the way I've always wanted to or meant to. Just know that you guys have forever and always held a very special place in my heart. So the heart and dedication that comes with creating these videos has always been with me, forever and always resonates with me, and will continue to remain a part of my life and my existence for a very long time, even if I have to upload videos about Descendants of Zombies for what will be and what a lot of people imagine will be the rest of my life. I have forever said that Ruby Rose Turner will forever be my favorite Descendants character for just how kind she is. Kylie too, and I wanted to give... Is that a werewolf howling that I hear in the background? I don't know where that noise is coming from. Although I do live on a haunted island, the most haunted place in the world, so perhaps that was a werewolf. I'm going to have to jump through my window, either or make sure my doors and windows are locked, because I do live near a soda plantation and a chemical plant, which I know living your life in fear of an explosion happening never comes easy, and I highly recommend that you leave it to the professionals quite like me. Although I've never really been a professional, I've just loved living here for over 2 years, and I've loved bringing these videos to life in the way that I've always meant to bring them to life, because I think that forever and always you guys have deserved the dedicated voice, and it's been a very long time since somebody really brought this franchise to life in the way that it's forever and always been meant to be brought to life. I've got to get to the graveyard shift tonight and hunt a bunch of vampires, because you guys have forever deserved somebody to keep you safe, and hopefully I can do that for you guys, because hunting vampires never comes easy either, and I have nothing prepared for tonight's graveyard shift. I have no garlic on hand. I have no items prepared to take on a bunch of vampires tonight, or be prepared to be involved in the zombie apocalypse. But again, my life has never been easy. It's been very complicated, and it's very difficult to describe to you guys. Stop laughing. I've had so much fun bringing these videos to life for all of you, and I look forward to being a part of all of your guys' future if you will allow me to come along for this incredible journey. And if you have not subscribed here, because I know many people have forever and always remained loyal to this YouTube channel, having chosen to make it their favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time. I've loved every moment that I've had the chance to spend with you guys, talking about my insights and my predictions that I made and shared with you about Descendants of Zombies, and I look forward to what's going to be a very unpredictable future, and perhaps that's the one critical element that's always made our futures very fun and very exciting, and I look forward to being a part of it with all of you. So if you've ever wanted to believe in happily ever after, if you wanted to take a second chance on believing that fairy tales do exist, and I think this could be the YouTube channel for you. Even if you're a fan of just Freya Sky and you love her music, I would love for you to be a part of these conversations. If you're a fan of any of the stars of Descendants of Zombies, I actually just watched the original Zombies back in chronological order just last night, so I know more than I ever have, and you can trust in me for really great reviews, and I promise you there will always be something new on this YouTube channel for everybody, because I've been very dedicated to all of you, which has always mattered so much to me. Thank you so much for always showing up here, always being you, which is the one thing that is constant, because there's only ever one, only you, and I think that that's what makes this whole experience really life-changing and so special for many of us. Thank you so much for always choosing this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, and for always watching these videos. It's forever and always been my honor to be one of the most dedicated people to ever upload videos about Descendants of Zombies. Keep watching for a brand new set in the coming weeks. It will take me a couple of weeks to put it together, but it will happen here. And I love all of you for just being so supportive of Descendants of Zombies and of me, your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, hosted by a guy who will always have that appreciation to showcase and proudly put on display for your favorite stars, because we are setting ourselves up to be a part of history, and I couldn't feel more honored or more excited to be a part of it and to share in it with all of you, because I got to be a part of something special because of how much you believed in Descendants of Zombies and everything Disney. Whoever you are, from wherever you're listening to my voice or maybe watching my video tonight, just know that you are forever appreciated for being the fans of Descendants of Zombies you've always been, and thank you so much for having watched these videos.